Good evening everyone, welcome back to Sense for Thoughts. I'm Mo, and today we're going to continue with our series where a niche snob, aka myself, tries to correct his snobbery by sampling a brand he was snobby at, and that brand of course is Labo. If you missed the first part, link in the description, we started off by sampling 5 Labos. We did Tonka, we did Labdanum, we did the Paris exclusive Vanilla, we did another 13, and last but definitely not least, Patchouli 24. If you're not familiar with this series, what I'll be doing is I'll be spraying 5 of these on paper, giving you my first impressions of the opening, leaving them for about 10-15 minutes, maybe a little bit longer for them to dry down a bit, and then giving you my final thoughts on the perfumes and see how we get on. The purpose of this series is because I've been a massive niche snob. I looked at Labo and thought, they're hipsters and are overcharging, and did not sample any of their perfumes except another 13. And now I'm going through the entire lineup to see, including a lot of city exclusives as well, by the way, to see if there is one that I find that I really love and feel is full bottle worthy. Let's get started. So today's first Labo is going to be Citron 28. Citron is a good note. It's in a lot of designers. It's very sharp, zesty, kind of oily, kind of citrus. The citron perfume that comes to mind when I think of citron has to be the Thé d'Hermès Eau Givrée. That one is very citron heavy, and it gives it that kind of sharp grapefruit-like vibe. So it's getting a bit cold. Now it's end of October here, so maybe not the best season to sample this, but let's give it a go. Citron 28. 28 things. It's quite a lot of things for a citron perfume. Okay, off the bat, this smells like a shampoo. It smells like my wife out of the shower, and she's using a fruity, female marketed shampoo body product. I was expecting a big citrus sharp hit, something maybe a bit more along the lines of the Eau Givrée. It's also used in quite a lot of sport flankers of designer perfumes like the Homme Sport, the original Iris one. It's like, let's make our DNA sporty, let's add some citron. But this is slightly different. Definitely not what I was expecting, quite soapy. It's not as sharp or overly bro-y or bro-like I think of citron. It's in a lot of these Dior Homme Sport. This is not sport. This is like your wife fresh out the shower using some funky shampoo with neroli and florals and just a touch of citron. Yeah, I mean, I do like this smell. It smells great. But personally, it's taking me to that fresh out the shower thing, but it just reminds me something, I don't know, something my wife uses smells like this. Which means that I enjoy the smell, but I would never want the smell to be my smell, if you know what I mean. So, citrusy, floral, white floral soapiness, bit of neroli. Something fruity and sweet in there, not just a citron. There's like, smells of a very juicy citrus that has a sweetness, like a sweet mandarin kind of thing. Afternoon Swim, I much prefer to this, and I think they're like roughly the same price as well, if I'm not mistaken. Would be well worth spending the extra money, but this gives me the very, very similar vibe to Afternoon Swim. Juicy, soapy, fresh citrus perfume. Yeah, I mean, I like this. Smells great. I give this a 7 out of 10 of first impressions. That was Citron 28. Let's move on. Next up, we have a Tokyo City exclusive Gaiac 10. Now, I sprayed this in Tokyo because I was in Tokyo, and it smelled great, but I swear to God, even on the paper strip, it did not make it to my skin. It disappeared within 10 minutes into my pocket. So I was like, and then I looked at the prices. I was like, still smells pretty good. I looked at the prices and I was like, wow. Like, it's bad enough to be regular Labo prices, but the city exclusives is totally a disgrace. So let's give Gaiac 10, a spray. I do remember this one being really nice, mass appealing signature kind of scent. Woody but clean. I don't recall though, to be honest, because that day I went and I smelled a lot of zoologists in Tokyo and I smelled a lot of Mifushuni. So this was really super forgettable in comparison to those. But let's give it a go. Gaiac 10. Okay, so there's something giving this a bit of lift. There is two components. There is the gaiac wood, which is very subtle, clean woodiness, and there is a bit of white incense, like Japanese incense. I mean, Tokyo is a bustling city. This is not very bustling. This is more of a, relaxing scent. So I'm getting woods, but very, very faint, light woods. It makes me think of a Japanese shrine when they're burning incense. It's barely detectable to me on strip where I've just sprayed it, which is very concerning, but I do want to put this on skin just out of sheer intrigue. I mean, if there is 10 ingredients in this, wow, I struggle to see beyond like 3 or 4 notes. There is a floral in there that's giving it like a bit of peace, tranquility, and kind of peaceful vibe, and a bit of lift and a bit of femininity, if you like. Or rather softness is how I would describe it. And a very, very soft wood. The wood is almost white. Like you chopped a tree trunk and in the inside is so yellow, almost white. And there is incense burning, but it's in the distance. It's nowhere near here. It's like you can just catch a whiff of it in the distance. Or incense was here, but it's not quite there at the moment. Yeah, I mean, it smells great. It's definitely like a would absolutely signature scent this in terms of this works anywhere, but I just wish it was a bit more punchy, you know? I wish it had more green facets. I wish it was not so zoomed in on the gaiac wood and was more zoomed out. I have to be honest, this one, 7 out of 10, it still smells great, but I am very concerned by the performance from my experience in Tokyo and from my experience now. It's really not pushing. I mean, I can think of so many perfumes that do this kind of thing better. I mean, let's just look at French Lover, for example. Let's just look at Gucci Pour Homme 1 and all of the stuff that clones it or has inspired it, like that Papyrus 71, even the Bentley. That goes more cedary than gaiac, but you know what I mean. Let's move on. That was gaiac 10. Next up, we have vetiver 46. Now, I do enjoy vetiver, and I have a few vetiver perfumes. I have Roger vetiver, 2 of them, 2 different kinds. I've got Guerlain vetiver, of course. I do enjoy the Creed vetiver, although it's very much not a vetiver in my eyes. It's very much a citrus freshie with a hint of vetiver in the base. I have the utterly bombastic and explosive Nishane Sultan vetiver, which is absolutely a joke of a perfume, like so potent. So let's see what Le Labo's vetiver will be like. Also, I have a lot of the Encre Noirs, as you can imagine. Vetiver has been done to death. Okay, so I'm really wanting something either that is the best vetiver ever or a unique take on vetiver. That's what we're looking for with this one. So hopefully vetiver 46. 46 things in this? Damn, that is a lot. Let's give it a smell. Oh wow, this is amazing. This is so much better than gaiac 10. This should be called gaiac 10. This is woody. Cedary. This smells like Gucci Pour Homme 1. Wow, I'm so impressed and surprised. Does it really smell that much of vetiver? Guys, this literally smells like Gucci Pour Homme 1. You know how hard to find Gucci Pour Homme 1? That one is a bit more dark and brooding and has a bit more of a bad boy vibe because it's just a lot more punchy. But this is like Gucci Pour Homme 1 took off his leather jacket and stopped being such a hard ass and thought, let me put on a nice suit today, you know, and dress up a little bit, put in a bit more effort, maybe have a shower. Oh my god, this is probably better than Gucci Pour Homme 1. I need to go get Gucci Pour Homme 1 and compare these. I swear to god, this smells amazing. This is signature scent worthy. It's got a little hint of spice. It's ever so slight touch of vetiver, but it's more about an incense and a woodiness. That smells like cedar to me, maybe. Oh, this is so good. I'm so shocked. This might be the one, guys. This might be it. Okay, unless it performs like absolute garbage, or it just falls apart in the dry down. I'm confused about the names are stupid, okay? I have to say this right now. Forget the names, delete the names. All of them have been wrong, except the vanilla one, maybe. Oh, this is good. This is really good. Vetiver 46? 46 things in this? 46. This is how you make a perfume, the Labo. Minimum 40 ingredients next time, because clearly when you throw the kitchen sink at it, it works. Yeah, this will have things like French Lover on the ropes. It's gonna have Gucci Pour Homme 1 on the ropes. Creed Royal Oud. Smells like a wet cigarette butt. This. Oh man, this is excellent. Damn my wallet, dude. I can't keep doing this. But I can't keep falling in love with perfumes, but. It's addictive. It's addictive. I need to move on for the sake of this video, but I just can't. Yeah, vetiver 46 straight 8.9 out of 10. Forget about it. Why is it the one that I love has like the tiniest amount of juice left as well in the sample? Damn. Okay, vetiver 46 straight 9 out of 10. I'm interested in the bottle immediately. This needs to go on skin. Might be my scent of the day tonight and tomorrow. It smells like Gucci Pour Homme 1. Slight incense, woodiness, cedariness, that pencil shaving kind of vibe. Touch of masculine spices to just give it that edge, but it's cleaned up, you know. It's like a reformed bad boy. I love this one. 9 out of 10. Let's move on for the sake of the video, because I could just spend an hour smelling this. God damn it, Labo, what the hell, man? Next up we have Baie 19. Is that the London one? Was London one leather? I don't know, but what the hell is Baie? No, that's not the London one. London one is like something else. Baie? B-A-I-E 19? I don't know. Sorry, guys. I have zero insight into this one. Let's just spray this thing and see what the hell happens. Baie 19. Baie 19. Ugh. This smells like straight up wallpaper stripper. What the hell? This is just wow. This just smells like literal wallpaper stripper, paint stripper. It smells like the bad parts of Ganymede. What is this? It smells sharp and metallic. I don't know what the hell Baie is. It would help if I knew. Maybe you would give me a hint. But this is why I do this blind, because it really puts my nose and my mind and my creativity to the test. There's something in this that is in gaiac 10. It's like if gaiac 10 and another 13 combined, it makes baie 19. I mean, the math is not adding up, but trust me, it smells like both of them combined. It's a lot more present on strip than another 13, but it has that metallic, waxy, plasticky thing. And then there's a slight woody facet in the base. This one has completely thrown me. I think there's aldehydes in this. It has that aldehyde sharpness and lift and, nose sensation where your nose just like opens up. It's like rays of sunshine beaming off the paper into your nose. Okay, it's kind of growing on me a little bit. It reminds me of Nasomatto Silver Musk. It reminds me of another 13 and gaiac 10. Something intriguing about this one. I'm not gonna write it off just yet. I want to see how it dries down. It's good, but it's weird. 6.5 out of 10. Let's revisit it, but for now, let's move on. Last but not least for this episode is going to be Thé Noir 29. I've heard good things about this Thé Noir. Black tea. Whoa. See what this is saying. Thé Noir. Oh, okay. This is different. This is unique. Something powdery in it. Very powdery. Iris in this? Getting the black tea, but I'm getting like a women's makeup kind of thing. It's not just iris, there is a fruit in this. Like, is it a plum? Is it a plum? Is it a fig? It's like something along those lines, like a purple fruit. It smells like, it instantly reminds me of BDK Gris Charnel. The EDP, but this is better. This is more artsy, more artistic, more niche. Less designery. The BDK is very designer. Like, it smells like something Tom Ford would have in his regular line. Oh wow, this smells great. It's very relaxing, but it's not natural. It doesn't remind me of outside. It reminds me of inside. It reminds me of like going on a date with my wife and she has maybe like dark pink / purpley lipstick on. And it's very glamorous. But despite all the glamour, there's something in it. Maybe the tea is making it calming, when you just with a loved one and you just don't feel worries. It's kind of giving that vibe. It's very nice. Very intrigued by this one, I have to say. Yeah, amazing. I mean, this is an 8 out of 10 off of first impressions. Something plummy. I'm thinking of the color of plums. I'm thinking of a tea, maybe one of those flavored teas. I'm not a big fan of those flavored teas. Something that, it's just not something that I grew up on. Very middle class, very European. This is like what a fake baddie would drink. It would be a tea that's just like this, but you're like, is this even tea anymore? Just put the damn black tea in there with a bit of mint, call it a day, that's what I do. But this is like one of those posh teas with plum, and I think of a girl wearing purpley pink lipstick. It smells great. Not sure if it would suit my personality, but hands up, this is an 8 out of 10. I really enjoy this one. So that was the first impressions of the openings of these 5. I'm going to let them dry down, go and make myself a cup of tea, regular tea, no plum involved, and see you guys in a minute to check out the dry down. All right, I'm back for the dry down. It's been about 45-ish minutes. Ideally leave a little bit longer, but after last time when Labdanum disappeared off the strip, maybe it's a good thing I'm not waiting that long. Let's continue with the first one, Citron 28 on paper. Let's see how it's developed. Oh, okay. The sharp citrusiness has died, and it's just become like a feminine shampoo. White floral, musky. There's maybe like a touch of like ginger in there, you know, like in YSL L'Homme. Smells great for a bathing product for my wife. Citron 28, I mean, I don't know, is this a city exclusive or is this a regular line? Either way, I think it might be a city exclusive now that I think about it. Is it like Korea or China or something? Makes a lot of sense because they're making this scent for the Asian market and they really like musky, slightly light white floral, just slightly like just very faint by radio type stuff. But so Citron 28, when it comes to the dry down, very similar. If anything, it's calmed down quite a lot and become a little bit flat. Clean, soapy, a touch of ginger, but it's no longer as fruity or as fresh. It's much more white floral and much more musky, shampooy. Yeah, I mean, I give this a 6 out of 10. It's okay, but I couldn't possibly wear this. It just smells like I showered and I used my wife's shampoo. And there's nothing wrong with that, don't get me wrong, but it just doesn't get me excited. You know what I mean? So I guess I would put it on. It's better than no perfume. But it's not high on my list. But for someone out there, I can see them loving this. Because it does smell very well made. I'll give them that. So that was Citron 28. Let's move on. Next up, we have the Tokyo exclusive Gaiac 10. Let's see what it's saying. Yeah, okay. So the incense is coming out a bit more. It still smells very basic. It smells like olibanum, the incense that is unburnt. It's not too smoky. And it smells like gaiac wood. It smells cedary, like pencil shaving kind of thing, you know. And smells of the clean musks that they use. Literally, I smell 4 of the 10 ingredients. And there's probably ICE super and other garbage in this. But, I mean, to me, I just don't understand. It just feels like a bit of a letdown, this one. It smells great. And if you want to wear a perfume that doesn't smell like you're wearing a perfume, totally get why you'd gravitate towards this. Kind of get a slight Japanese vibe because of the incense and woods, but it just lacks commitment. This feels like an incomplete perfume. It feels like they made 2 accords, a woody accord and an incensey accord, and added a musk and just called it a day. Yeah, I'm not impressed with Gaiac 10. I prefer to wear Gaiac 10 over the Citron because it just suits me a bit more, my personality. So if that one was a 6 out of 10, I guess this one is a 6.5 out of 10. Let's move on. Next up, we have Vetiver 46. This one blew my mind. Has it kept its shape on paper in the dry down? Ooh, it's gotten a bit sweeter. So there's this black pepper and this musk that they use. And this spice, I want to say like a clovey thing, right? It smells literally, this smells like Gucci Pour Homme, but a cleaned up version still. But this has something sweet and ambery in the base. If it holds on to the woodiness, because the cedar is quite strong in this, and the spice for a long period of time and doesn't just become a vanillic, ambery kind of thing in the dry down too quickly. If it just gives like a good few hours, this could be joining my collection, guys. Wow, that's for 46. It's still a 9 out of 10. This one has potential. Big potential here, guys. Big potential. My issue with Gucci Pour Homme 1, not only is it impossible to find, I have a bottle, okay? But it is not a good enough performer for me, 4 hours tops, then it just dies. And the problem with this performance is that it's very strong to begin with and it falls off a cliff. And I just hate that because it makes the bad performance even more obvious because it teases you with like a few good hours and you're like, damn, this is the one. I love it. And then it just dies. Jubilation does the same thing, where it's like just crazy for like 2 hours and then it just boom, just completely dies. And I hate that. It just ruins the experience. I mean, as good as those two perfumes are, and as much as I love them, it's a real killer, you know? Oh, please be like 10 hours or something. That, wow. Wow. I've not fallen in love with a perfume hard for a while. And as you guys know, when you're in this hobby for some time, you smelled a ton of stuff. It's quite hard to happen. This one though, crazy. Vetiver 46, still 9 out of 10, has big potential. Please give all day performance. I would pay the money. Take my money to Labo. You won, okay? 9 out of 10. Vetiver 46, 9 out of 10. Let's move on. Now we have Baie 19. Okay, so that sharp, aldehydic, explosive kind of paint stripper, wallpaper stripper kind of vibe is died down a lot. And it smells like wet leaves. But there's something fake about it still. You know, this is one of those where there's something like dry about it, like a laurel, or like, you know, those dry, waxy-leaved plants. But I can almost guarantee, willing to bet anything on it, this has green notes. And I despise that because it's unexplained greens, and it's just not natural. Yeah, it smells like wet, rained on plants. Not a big fan, to be honest with you. It doesn't smell natural. Like even Synthetic Jungle smells more natural. Rose and Queer, both by Frederic Marr, smell more natural. Yeah, a bit too synthetic for me, this one, Baie 19, I have to be honest, but it smells kind of watery. Almost violet-like. And synthetic green notes is what I'm getting. So Baie 19 is another 6 out of 10. Big disappointment. But I do think there's some another 13 DNA in this, which doesn't work with the natural notes. It just feels like they're clashing, you know? But yeah, Baie 19, 6 out of 10. Let's move on. Last but not least, Le Labo Fan Darling Thé Noir 29. Oh, okay. I am a little disappointed. Okay, it's not plum. There might be plum in this, but this smells like fig. Off the bat, this smells like a European version of Oman Luxury Wanderlust, which is a fig leaf, fig tree, beast mode kind of perfume. Very Middle Eastern in that style. This is like a very French take on fig, you know? I wish it was plum, but that purpliness has died down and I can feel the figginess coming out. I'm biased, I'm not a big fig lover in perfume. It smells nice. I just don't think it suits my vibe, you know? I think this is probably super popular with ladies. Not saying it's feminine, I'm just saying it feels like a designer perfume with a fig DNA, but made elegant. It doesn't have that, you know, women's perfumes, they really like to slap you in the face, especially if they're designer ones. This is like an elegant take on a fig DNA. Yeah, it's beautiful. I give this an 8 out of 10. I just don't think it would resonate with me. Do I like the smell? Yes. Does it smell great? Yes. Is it unique? kind of. For my collection, at least it would be. But do I want to smell like this? No, to be honest. And that's why it falls in the last hurdle. But it is a great perfume. I recommend sampling this one for sure. I give Thé Noir 8 out of 10. So that was part 2 of a niche snob sampling the Labo perfumes. You know exactly which one I'm smelling, guys, right? It's vetiver 46. Is there a correlation between the number of ingredients increasing and me liking it? Someone plot the data. Someone make a graph. Vetiver 46, I'm going to wear this, probably drain the entire sample tomorrow, and then just do my very best to not impulse buy this. But it's going on the full bottle wish list if it gives something like all-day performance. I won't wear it tomorrow because it's a weekend. I'll wear it to work because that would be the ultimate test. And I'm going to tell you guys how I feel about it. I'm going to compare it to Gucci Pour Homme 1, which I do have. This could be the Gucci Pour Homme 1 killer, in my opinion. It's just fantastic. Wow. I need to turn this camera off, get in the shower and put some of this on. Thank you guys, and see you in the next one.